What is the best bedtime for seniors? As we age, our sleep patterns naturally shift, but that doesn't mean poor sleep is something we have to accept. In fact, one of the most powerful changes you can make for better rest is simply finding the right bedtime for your body's unique rhythm. For seniors, that bedtime is often a little earlier than it used to be, but not too early. The sweet spot usually falls between 9 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., a time window that aligns best with how our internal clock or circadian rhythm adjusts with age. You might be surprised to learn that going to bed too early can actually backfire. Many older adults lie down at 7 or 8 p.m., only to wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, unable to fall back asleep. That's because their body has finished its full sleep cycle too early. By gently pushing bedtime a little later and being consistent with that timing, your body can shift into a more restful rhythm. It's also important to note that everyone's ideal bedtime is slightly different. This is where your chronotype comes in, a biological profile that influences when you naturally feel sleepy or alert. Some people are natural early birds, while others feel most awake in the evenings. Tools like Dr. Michael Bruce's Sleep Chronotype Quiz can help you figure out your ideal sleep-wake window. But even without a quiz, the key is to listen to your body's signals. Are you getting drowsy around 9:30? That might be your ideal bedtime. Still wide awake at 10? Maybe you're naturally a bit later. Whatever bedtime you choose, consistency is everything. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps reinforce your body's internal rhythm. And when that rhythm is stable, falling asleep becomes easier. Staying asleep becomes more natural, and you're more likely to wake feeling refreshed and energized. So if you're a senior looking for better sleep, start by setting a gentle, realistic bedtime that works for your lifestyle and energy levels. You don't need perfection, just a little consistency and a lot of kindness toward your body. Sweet dreams are built on habits like this. Are you finding it harder to sleep through the night as you get older? Maybe you're waking up too early, or tossing and turning, trying to fall asleep in the first place. Well, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not out of options. Today, I'll guide you through a calming, science-based evening routine that can help you sleep better, especially if you're 60 or older. This routine is simple to follow, easy to personalize, and best of all, designed with you in mind. So grab a cup of herbal tea, get cozy, and let's talk about how to give your nights a whole lot more peace and your mornings a whole lot more energy. Before we talk about what you should do at night, let's go over a few common habits that might be quietly sabotaging your sleep. First, medications and supplements. As we age, many of us take daily medications, some of which might contain hidden stimulants. For instance, did you know that certain migraine pills or even over-the-counter pain relievers can have caffeine in them? Some meds can also cause dry mouth or increased nighttime bathroom trips, two big sleep disruptors. So the first step is to sit down with your doctor or pharmacist and review your meds. Ask, are any of these interfering with my sleep? The same goes for supplements. Vitamin D should be taken in the morning, and even melatonin, yes, the sleep hormone, can interact with antidepressants, diabetes meds, and blood pressure pills. So check first before using it. Second, try to avoid late-day naps. They feel great in the moment, but a nap after 2 or 3 p.m. can delay your body's natural sleep signals. If you find yourself nodding off while watching TV in the afternoon, try standing up, stepping outside, or just walking to the mailbox to reset your rhythm. And third, avoid going to bed too early. Believe it or not, this is a common trap. You crawl into bed at 8 p.m., and now you're wide awake at 2 in the morning. Your ideal bedtime depends on your chronotype. That's your internal biological clock. If you want help finding yours, I recommend taking the free sleep quiz at sleep.com. It gives you a personalized bedtime and wake-up plan. Trust me, that one small step can make a huge difference. All right, now let's talk about what to do to prep your body and mind for better sleep. I use a simple countdown routine called 8-4-3-2-1. Think of it as a gentle wind-down plan that starts during the day and leads you right into dreamland. 8 hours before bed, cut the caffeine. That includes coffee, tea, colas, and even dark chocolate. Caffeine can stay in your system long after the buzz wears off, sometimes 6 to 8 hours or more. Cutting it off early helps your brain wind down more naturally. 4 hours before bed. Stop exercising. Exercise is great, especially for sleep, but not too late. Evening workouts can raise your body temperature and adrenaline levels, both of which can delay sleep. Wrap up physical activity by dinner time if possible. 3 3 hours before bed, stop alcohol. I know. It's relaxing to have a glass of wine or a nightcap. But here's the thing, alcohol may help you fall asleep, but it destroys the quality of that sleep, especially your deep, restorative stages. So give your body 3 hours to clear it out. 2 hours before bed, stop eating. Finish dinner at least 2 hours before lights out. Your body digests best when it's upright and active, not lying in bed. Eating late can also trigger acid reflux, indigestion, and even vivid dreams or nightmares. If you must eat late, keep it small and light. 1 hour before bed, stop fluids. Yes, hydration is important, but try to front-load your water intake earlier in the day. This simple trick helps reduce those frustrating 2 a.m. bathroom runs. We hope you are enjoying the show. Tell us in the comments about issues you may have with sleeping and any solutions you have found. Please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now comes your power hour, that precious 60-minute window before bedtime. We'll divide it into 3 peaceful, purposeful segments. First 20 minutes, wrap up the day. Use this time to handle light tasks, maybe check your planner, set out clothes, write tomorrow's grocery list, or return a quick phone call. Think of it as gently tying up loose ends so they don't follow you into sleep. Second 20 minutes, hygiene time. Brush your teeth, wash your face, maybe take a warm shower or soak your feet. Don't forget to use the bathroom, even if you think you don't need to. Emptying your bladder can help you sleep through the night. Final 20 minutes. Wind down and relax. Dim the lights, turn off bright screens, or use night mode. Then do something that calms your mind. Read a chapter of a novel, meditate, stretch, pray, or just sit in quiet. Here's the good news. If TV helps you relax, that's okay. Just make sure the content is calm and the volume is low. Use it as background, not stimulation. What if you do everything right, but still wake up at 3 a.m.? That's okay. It's actually normal. Sleep happens in cycles, and as we get older, we naturally wake up more often. The key is not to panic. Try this simple breathing technique called 4-7-8. Breathe in gently for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Then exhale slowly for 8 seconds. Repeat that 8 to 10 times. It helps your heart rate slow down and tells your brain, it's safe to sleep. If you're still awake after 20 or 30 minutes, it's okay to get up and sit in a quiet room. Or you can try non-sleep deep rest. Just lie in bed, breathing slowly in the dark. Even if you're not asleep, your body is still recovering. 1 hour of that rest can feel like 20 minutes of real sleep. Now, before we wrap up, I want to share a few real-life stories, because sometimes hearing how others have improved their sleep can give us the hope and motivation to try again ourselves. Margaret, 72. From 4 hours to full nights, Margaret lives in a quiet suburb and used to wake up at 2 a.m. every night, wide awake and frustrated. She'd lie there worrying about her kids, her finances, and whether she'd ever sleep through the night again. Then she watched a video just like this one and decided to make one small change. She moved her cup of tea from evening to lunchtime. That one tweak helped her fall asleep faster. Encouraged, she added the full 8-4-3-2-1 routine. And over the next 3 weeks, she noticed something incredible. She was sleeping a full 7 hours a night for the first time in years. Robert, 68, the coffee switch that changed everything. Robert was a lifelong coffee drinker. Don't talk to me before my second cup, he'd joke. But he didn't realize that his afternoon refills were secretly keeping him wired late into the night, even though he felt tired. After learning about caffeine's long half-life, Robert decided to stop drinking coffee after noon. The result? Within days, he started feeling sleepy at a reasonable hour and waking up more refreshed. He still enjoys his morning brew, but says he finally feels like his age isn't what's keeping him up. It was just timing. Sandra and Carlos, a bedtime team. Sandra, 74, and her husband Carlos, 77, struggled with mismatched routines. She was ready for bed at 9, while he liked to stay up watching movies until midnight. That difference led to tension and disrupted sleep for both. One evening, they sat down and watched a sleep health video together. Inspired, they worked out a shared wind-down routine. Sandra reads on the couch while Carlos finishes his movie with earbuds. Then they meet in the bedroom for their 20-minute wind down, sometimes prayer, sometimes deep breathing. Now they both say they're closer than ever, not just emotionally but in rhythm, and they haven't had a restless night in over a month. Gerald, 81. The power of stillness. Gerald lives alone and often found himself ruminating at night about health issues, the past, or simply feeling restless. He started experimenting with a meditation app and committed to doing just 5 minutes of breathing exercises before bed. At first it felt silly, but after a week he noticed something profound. He wasn't dreading bedtime anymore. That anxiety had been the biggest barrier. Now his sleep isn't always perfect, but it's peaceful. And more importantly, he feels like he's in control again. You don't need expensive gadgets or perfect conditions to sleep well. What you need is intentionality, the decision to honor your body's natural rhythms and support them with consistent, kind habits. If Margaret, Robert, Sandra, Carlos, and Gerald can do it, you can too. So choose one part of this routine to start with. Maybe it's cutting back caffeine or doing the 20-minute wind down. Then build from there. Your best sleep might still be ahead of you. Thanks again for spending this time with me. Wishing you peace, rest, and truly sweet dreams.